Northern New Jersey is defying gravity. Well, actually, we're not defying gravity, but we are defying the national real estate trends, you guys. But can it last through 2025? I'm Stacey Esser with the Stacey Esser Group, and I love educating homeowners, buyers, sellers, anybody in the Northern New Jersey real estate market. So let's get into it. 2025 is shaping up to be a pivotal year in real estate. Nationally, we're seeing higher mortgage rates, slowing price growth, even some negative, and increasing inventory. Northern New Jersey is breaking all the rules, but that creates both opportunities and challenges for anybody in the market, or even just like wondering what's going on with the market and figuring out how to time the market. By the end of this video, you are going to know how to navigate Northern New Jersey's unique real estate market to make the very best decisions for your goals. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my housing predictions for 2025. So let's break it down, starting with where we are and how we compare to the national trend. Okay. So let's look back before we look forward. Mortgage rates stayed really high. Anybody who was expecting rates to come down, well, let's just say it was super disappointing. Rates hit 8% in 2023 and then briefly dipped closer to 6% in the fall of 2024. And everybody got really, really excited and purchase applications went up and everything got really felt like spring. It felt like the height of spring for us. But at the end of the year, they jumped up into the sevens and everybody kind of just fell back in their seat and is back on the sidelines. And anyway, again, major affordability issues going on. We have slowing price growth nationally. Home price appreciation slowed to 2 to 4%. And limited inventory growth. Although nationally active listings did grow 22%, but still remain below the pre-pandemic levels. And you probably hear a lot of people talking about pre-pandemic inventory levels, and that's just kind of something to watch out for. We'll get back to that a little bit later in the video. So Northern New Jersey, we are bucking the trend. So in Bergen and Passaic County, the story looks really different. So while much of the country is seeing slower price growth, Northern New Jersey remains really competitive thanks to the dynamics of supply and demand. Our home values rose 8.6% in 2024, more than double the national sales average. The median sales price was up close to 36% by the end of 2020. And although this is a lot, it's not as much as some of the other states in the country. The months of inventory, and this is the big one, you guys, hovered below 2 months. And that is a super far cry from the 5 to 6 months. That is what we call a balanced market. Passaic County homes appreciated about 9%. So the market competitiveness was just intense, right? Homes sold faster, their days on the market was faster, and all of this just led to a very frustrating year for buyers and also to some extent to sellers, and I'll tell you why. What's important to remember is about 50, 60% of everybody who is looking to sell is also a buyer, and that can become really challenging for homeowners as well. So it isn't always a great market just because prices are appreciating. It still can be frustrating for people. Let's talk about why this is happening in Northern New Jersey and why we're bucking the trend. We simply can't build our way out of the problem, so we don't have enough land to do any large-scale new construction. And with limited buildable land, we have to rely on those existing homes. And everybody's chasing the same house. We have empty nesters with cash competing with first-time home buyers, looking for homes that don't need or require any work. There are a lot of people looking to age in place, so more homeowners are reluctant to move because they want to age in place. And it's really hard because there's not a lot of places to go. We are actually putting a curated list together of where homeowners can go if they're looking to move, but not move like out of state, for instance. We also have the lock-in effect. And so basically what that means, and we sometimes call it the golden handcuffs, is like around 57% of homeowners hold mortgages that are under 4%. So they're super reluctant to sell, give up their low rates, and this lock-in effect continues to restrict that existing inventory and keeps the buyers competing for the same limited homes. Too many people chasing too few homes, right? So what buyers need to think about for 2025 is basically the cost of waiting. How much does it cost you to wait? Being that prices have risen close to 36% since 2020. My suggestion for you guys as buyers is go find the ugliest house in the best location and stop waiting. For sellers, I think that you need to be super strategic because with everybody chasing sort of the same kind of house, which is things that need the least amount of work, buyers are going to be drawn to your house with the more updates, the more well taken care of your home is. So it's always important to make your home feels as move-in ready as you possibly can. All right. So for the forecast for 2025, all right. It is all about months of supply. It's all about inventory. It is the most important metric, you guys, to watch for. If inventory creeps up past 3 to 4 months, we are going to start to feel, I think, a little bit of what the rest of the country is feeling. Slower price growth. And over time, that could mean to giving back some of the appreciation that we've gained in recent years. It's important that you are super detailed about what's specifically going on in your local market, your town, and in your price point, right? Because price points happen differently. So if you look at the summary of the national forecast, which I have on the screen here, you could see that the highest forecast for price appreciation or pricing for 2025 is 10.8%, while Morgan Stanley is predicting that we will have a negative price appreciation at -2%. So essentially, the average for all the professionals out there for 2025 is 2.7%. Here's what I think for Northern New Jersey. So I think we will continue to buck the average for national trends and come in between 5 and 8% appreciation, right? I just think that this will be house specific. Homes that are well prepared, properly priced, and properly marketed will win all day long. And this is what you're seeing. So if you see one house that does super, super well and another that had price reductions and is sitting on the market, do a deep dive into the pricing, the condition, and what that property looks like. Okay. Here's the big if. If rates get back to 6%, close to 6%, which some experts think will happen by the later part of 2025. Think about that 6% as like ringing the dinner bell. Bing, 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 bing. Like that 6% comes and like everybody comes out running. So that will mean that it'll free up inventory because homeowners will probably be a little bit more comfortable getting rid of their lower rate, and more buyers will step back in, more sellers will come, and we will start to see more volume, potentially even more of a price increase, because I still think we have a tremendous amount of pent up demand for where we are. So at the end of the day, you guys, it all comes back to what to watch for, which is supply and demand, months of supply. And months of supply is the best way to track the rate at which things are selling for, the inventory levels we have. So it calculates sort of all of that and gives us an idea of what demand looks like. Navigating the market is never easy. I have an awesome guidebook. If you want to download that, you just have to click that link below. I am Stacy with the Stacy Esser Group, and I'm so happy and grateful that you spent some time talking about the Northern New Jersey real estate market. If you're watching online, please like, subscribe, and comment, share it with somebody that you know, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.